I just want to say this because you might not think that you have confidence, but I'm telling you right now, you do. It's just that it needs to be built if you don't have any as of right now. But again, it can be built with time, with patience, and with grace. So let's build this confidence and come on down, okay? Come on down to the spellcasting session, okay? I need you to get your modern or ancient spellbook and wand. And to my witches and warlocks who are returning from the coven, I say, welcome, welcome, witch, or welcome, welcome, warlock. If you are a new witch or a new warlock, welcome. How are you doing? Class is in session, so let's get into the spellcasting session. First things first, when it comes to confidence, I feel like people with confidence, they have it all together. They know exactly what they're doing, where they're heading, exactly what they're doing, where they're heading, when in reality, that can be the case. But for the most part, I feel like the most confident people kind of embrace the unknown. They embrace the fact that they know what they're doing as of right now. They hope that they're working towards their goals. If not, they can just shift, pivot, move, and that will allow them to continue going towards what they want, rather than them just saying, yeah, I know exactly what's going to happen. Who does? Who does? I cannot tell you what's going to happen in the future in 15 minutes. I'm not that psychic. No. I'm sorry to break it to you. But for the most part, I think where I grew my confidence is just accepting that I don't know everything and I'm not supposed to know everything. I accept the unknown. I accept the fact that I do not know what's going to happen. I'm aiming for a goal and I'm working towards it. However, if it's meant to be, it will be. If it isn't, then I know something better suited for me will appear. And I just leave it at that. There is no stress in what if this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't work? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And if it fails, I'll learn. It's the first attempt in learning. Fail. You can teach that to other people. You can say, oh my God, I remember learning what fail actually stands for. You can do that if you want. But back to confidence. You can just accept that. I think people think when you're confident that you're I won't say intelligent, but that you know everything and you are just so locked into your path. You are, but you also accept that things can change. Life is ever changing. You are ever changing. If you are stagnant in life, then you're not growing, you're not evolving as you should be. So that's why I think when it comes to confidence, it's kind of just knowing that things are what they are and you just continue to move, you flow with life. And if you don't, you become resistant to life. That's just one of the things that I think confident people have just grown to accept, at least the confident people who I've seen. So if you want to be a confident person, to me, you just can't be fearful of the what ifs. What if this doesn't work out? What if this pops up? What if this happens? You don't know. It could happen or it couldn't. You trying to be overprepared is just causing you to overthink, which is causing you to overreact. And it's just causing you to not be in the present, not enjoy all of the wondrous things that you can. So if you can, just let it go slowly, one bit at a time. You can do it by, for example, you can let go of, hold on, I'm trying to figure out a good example. Give me a moment. Okay, you go to a job interview. You think that you're well equipped, but you're going, what if there's someone better than me? What if someone gets a job? What if I don't make it? What if I don't do this? What if my experience wasn't enough? Then someone else gets a job. Then you go for another. I know it kind of sounds harsh when I say it. I'm so sorry. But it's the truth. You can't really harp on things that are possibilities because, heck, there are possibilities when you walk out that door, when you wake up, when you brush your teeth. There are endless possibilities with every single action that you do. And to worry about those, well, you would make yourself a little bit crazy, but you're just ruining the experience. Life is supposed to, in some ways, give you pleasant surprises. It gives you unexpected surprises, but not everything in life goes to plan. Not everything in life happens the way that you think it does. But you can't allow that to cripple you in a way or kind of put you in your own shell. You just kind of have to face that that is life. Do it at your own pace, because I'm telling you right now, everyone accepts it sooner. Oh, well, I can't say everyone. Mostly everyone accepts it at their own pace. So I'm not trying to rush yours, because I definitely was a rush for mine. But you eventually get there. And when you do, it allows you to have less worries, more ease, more confidence. And that includes confidence in yourself. What if I fail? What if this goes wrong? What if I embarrass myself? So I remember when I would trip in public, or if I did something that wasn't perfect in public, and I thought, oh my God, how embarrassing. People are looking at me. People are staring. If I see someone do something in public, they trip, I go, oh, well, okay. And I continue about my merry way. I'm not sitting there going, 10 years ago, I remember Stephanie, she tripped on herself, and I thought that was so embarrassing. God, how has she been able to recover? No. You tripped, you laughed it off, and you moved on with your life. If you do something embarrassing, guess what? You just did something embarrassing. You learn from it, and you might not do it again. Hopefully, depending on what it was. But if it's something that you're just being overly critical about, please know this. Not trying to sound mean, but people are more focused on their lives rather than yours. Okay? It's usually only nosy people, in my opinion, that are really, really, really interested in everyone else's lives, because theirs might. Oh, I feel like that was a confirmation. Who knows? But trust me, no one is looking at you 24/7 and going, yeah, she's eating the bowl. Oh, she missed her face. Ooh, that was embarrassing. No one's doing that. Everyone is minding their own business. So, again, take that pressure off of yourself. Allow yourself to have more ease and continue on your merry way, okay? And now that we have that off of ourselves, we have that weight lifted off of our shoulders, we're going to kind of have to go into the second thing, which is, do you believe in yourself? Not in the way of God, the universe, the Lord, nothing like that. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your capabilities? Do you believe that you can handle whatever is thrown at you? Do you believe that? If you don't believe that, I need you to install some belief in yourself, okay? Everyone put on this earth has different capabilities, different skills, different dreams, different paths. Do not, and I just had a video I posted about this. You should watch it. I'm just saying. But everyone is different. Do not compare yourself and your capabilities, your skills, the way that you handle things with someone else. Did you handle it at the end of the day? Did it get done? That's all that matters. If you're panicking through it, but you managed to stick the landing, get a 10 out of 10, to me, that's pretty cool. If you were fumbling your way through it and you didn't really stick the landing, and that's something that you want to work on, then work on it. Figure out, well, what is it that I kind of do? Do I overthink things? Do I not think? Do I kind of just go into action and then not think about what's going to happen if I do pursue this? Think it over. But again, with confident people, in my opinion, they know themselves. They know what they're capable of. They know what they can do, and they know what they can't do. I do not remember exactly who said this, so I cannot give them credit. If you know who I'm talking about, you can put it in the credit below, because I do not want to steal this person's shine. But someone said, I know that I am smart, but I also know that I am not the best accountant. I am not the best lawyer. I am not the best doctor. So I go to people. I outsource the best people in those niches, in those fields, because I know I cannot do every single thing. That is an intelligent person. That is someone who is confident in their skills and knows that I need help. I cannot do all of these things at once. And that's the same thing that you need to do. You can be great in one specific skill, but if you are lacking in the other, that doesn't all of a sudden mean that, oh, well, I guess I'm not as great as I am. No, you're still great. It just means that you just need to outsource stuff. For example, I love artistic stuff. I love when it comes to writing, poetry, drawing. However, if you asked me to build something, if you asked me to all of a sudden become a carpenter, YouTube University, I I'm just not going to be able to help you. That doesn't all of a sudden mean that I'm less confident because I don't know how to build things and create things, do woodwork. No, it just means that I know what I am comfortable in, what I know I'm good at, and I could learn. But if I really want the job done and done right, I'm going to outsource. These are the same things. Do not think that you have to do everything in order to be exemplary. You don't. You don't. Confident people know their limits. They know their strengths, they know their weaknesses, they know their limits. And they also know that that is okay to have limits. That is okay to have weaknesses. We're human. God forbid that we have anything that isn't a strength. Okay? No one's perfect. We're all imperfectly perfect. I kind of want to say that to everyone because you might just think that you need to be perfect, but trust me, you don't. You really don't. A little ASMR for you. And this goes into the third and final thing. I don't know why, but I like to do my lessons in threes. Back to it. Whenever it comes to just being confident in who you are, I asked you, do you believe in yourself? Okay? I ask you to please allow the unknown to be the unknown. Allow yourself to not worry about every single thing and just be confident that the steps that you are doing are enough. But do you give yourself grace? Are you Miss United States? No, I'm kidding. No, but do you give yourself grace? And I talk about these topics a lot just because if you've never watched my videos, this is going to be very new. But I talk about this stuff a lot because these are very simple things that sometimes people need to be told repeatedly. But you can be so critical of yourself because you think, again, that you're not perfect. You made this mistake. You failed. Maybe it was publicly, maybe it was privately. You did something, but it didn't work out the way that you thought. And now you think that the world is shattering because this thing didn't go your way or it kind of became a failure. Remember, first attempt in learning. Everyone has a fail, whether they say it publicly or not. Everyone has had a fail. You failed a test. You failed a job interview. I don't know what it may be, but you failed, and that is okay. For me, I always say that whatever's meant to be will be. Everything happens for a reason. So even though the fail might hurt, I try my best to look at what is it that I can learn from this and continue on my merry way, especially if it's a lesson that is being repeated. At that point, you really have to figure out what is it that I'm being taught that I am very much ignoring. But these are things that you have to be gracious about. You can't just think that I failed at something, so now all of a sudden the confidence that I thought I had is now shattered because this thing went through. Let's be honest, that can happen because you have so much confidence that this is going to work out, that this is going to be it, and it isn't. But don't allow that to break the confidence completely. Rebuild it, figure out what happened, what we can modify, and what we can throw away, and then we continue moving. Life is going to give you so many things. It's going to give you so many obstacles. You've never experienced it in your life, and your confidence in that area is going to be extremely low. So do not think that it kind of goes back to the handling everything. You're going to be able to excel in everything. Life gives you unexpected things. So allow yourself to have that grace. Allow yourself to be a novice in some stuff when it comes to emotions, when it comes to trauma, when it comes to just life in general. And I'm telling you, you will have a much easier time being much more confident in yourself, in your capabilities, and your way to handle things, just in life in general, because you're not putting so much expectation onto yourself. When you put so much expectation on yourself, of course, you're going to feel the weight and the pressure of adhering to this, of making sure that you succeed in these categories. And eventually you're just going to have a nervous break. You're going to break at some point because all of this pressure is weighing down on you, and you're giving yourself zero breaks, zero grace, because you're expecting perfection, or you may be expecting perfection in something that isn't meant to be perfect, which is you. Okay, so allow yourself this grace. Ooh. Allow yourself this grace. Allow yourself to be imperfect. Allow yourself to be great in the skills that you are, and be not so great in the skills that you aren't. And understand that life is going to give you so many things, and to be prepared for every single thing. Honestly, if you are, well, what are you doing? I'm just curious, because, man, that is interesting as heck. But regardless, those are things that you can do and you can implement. Is it going to take just one day just like that? No, not really. If someone says that they can install confidence within you in 30 seconds, I am very interested in this person, because I'm telling you right now, 30-second confidence, that might be alcohol. It'll allow your inhibitions to all of a sudden be blurred. But other than that, I don't think I've ever heard someone have confidence in a bottle that wasn't alcohol, okay? So give yourself grace, allow yourself to have that, and allow time to be able to build and rebuild your confidence. And just like that, we're at the end of our spellcasting session. Honestly, I could go into further detail. I could talk about more stories, but I kind of want to keep it short. I kind of want to keep it basic, but also with as much detail as possible. And I hope that you've enjoyed that. If you have any questions or anything, you could put them down in the comments. Maybe you have ways that allow you to be more confident in yourself that I didn't cover, that I didn't go through. I would love to hear about it. Obviously, I am a student. I'm always learning when it comes to life. So it would be very interesting for me to hear what works for you. Maybe it's applicable to me, maybe not, but hopefully it's applicable to other people in the comments. And until then, my fellow witches and warlocks, my lovely coven, stay bewitched. Bye.